EDC update video. Let's start at the front right pocket. A smartphone with some glow-in-the-dark tape on the back. For those of you who are not familiar with the glow-in-the-dark stuff, there is the El Cheapo version from those cheap glow-in-the-dark green stars that you put on your kid's ceiling. Then there is this tape stuff. The tape stuff is noticeably more brighter than the stars, so give that a try. Next, simple wallet. Nothing really special in here, except two USB thumb drives with stuff on it. And that's that for that pocket. Now let's do the front left pocket. To do that, first of all, let's take a look at all the stuff that's on my belt. Let's put that to the side. Dirty handkerchief, that's gonna go in the wash, and that's it for that pocket. A multi-tool slash Swiss Army knife. It has a saw, a knife, and some screwdrivers. The only thing missing from this is a scissors, and the saw blade is non-replaceable, but that would make it ideal. And then a bunch of keys. This is a bit of metal that's folded over. Come on, there we go. And this is filled with metal filings because this is the end of one of those rulers or tape measures. I'm sorry. Two magnets on the end. This used to be bent at 90 degrees. Flatten it out, so now I have a handy little but quite strong magnet on my belt. That's good to figure out if something is made out of steel or not. One AAA cell UV flashlight, and this is a Phoenix lip light. It's one of those indicator lights, basically. It has red, green, white, and very low white. Also in SOS mode. Originally I thought there was an RGB LED in there, but it's not. It's just white, green, and red, unfortunately. So no blue in this one. And then one of those Chinese knockoff peanut lighters. And that isn't the easiest to close back up, but does work. And the O-ring seal, also quite functional. That's that pocket. Now, let's flip this whole shebang over and go to the back. In the back pockets, more importantly, the back left pocket, a bit of string that has been monkey braided up. We'll get to this one later. In the other back pockets, semi-disposable nitrile gloves that, as you can see, are quite dusty. Maybe doesn't show up. Anyway, it's always nice to have these gloves. Seeing as how the fingers are worn out, I should probably replace them. These gloves fit me quite nicely, and the thing is, they're protective enough, but they still have a lot of fine movement, dexterity, etc. You can still feel what you're doing. Now, before I start about what's on here, as you can see here, I left out two loops. This is so that I can move this stuff backwards and forwards if I want to. To take off this main pouch, I only need to undo these clips here. These ones are looped on more traditional way. So now that we've talked about all the other stuff, let's move this off to the side. Boom, on the floor. Still a bit of work in progress, still a bit of a prototype. These other two pouches is something that I threw together quite quickly. In this one there are simple combination of headphones, microphone for the smartphone, and below that there is one of those cords to put on glasses, because, well, I wear glasses and you don't use them often, but when you do need them they are quite handy to have. In this next pocket there are, there's this box, and these are Alpini WorkSafe earplugs with the little cord on them. Really handy. The thing about these is, yes, they make things quieter, but they don't ruin the audio quality. These ones not so much. There are also specifically ones that are specifically made for festivals and music stuff. I also have a pair of those. If you put these ones on and then the other ones on, you don't really notice it. If you put one of these in one ear and the musical ones in the other ear, there is some slight variation that is noticeable, to me at least. So yeah, this does actually do something. It's not all just the same, even though it looks the same. They look the same anyway. 3 big clip-on belt loops. If we go to the back, there are 3 loops again here, so that I can run a belt through this if I don't want it dangling from these rings. These clips are removable, but they are captive like this. So if you want to take them off, undo this buckle here and get them off the rings. The reason why I left this long is because I might want to put it on some other belt. So that this is so that I have enough freedom to put it on whatever the hell I want to. Then, main pouch held closed with 2 snap buttons. The construction of this is a completely waterproof fabric that hasn't been impregnated with something. It's completely plastic made material. There is no organic material in this. I bought this at a boating, yachting and sail making supply store. Then on the inside, this is just simple 2 layers of cotton that have been stitched together with this box stitch. The reason mainly why I did this is because, well, this plastic on the outside layer, it is strong, it is durable, but it is not really stiff. It is just 1 layer. So 2 other layers of black cotton with this colorful orange and blue stitching, just to make things look nice basically. Then let's take out all the stuff that's in here. Put that to the side. That is everything? Yes, it is. There is ferrocerium rod that is lanyarded on to the pouch. The reason why it's lanyarded on is because it's very easy just to leave this laying around, then wander off and forget about it. So I also put a little titanium whistle, one of these emergency whistles. This is a Nikkor NSWS10. Let's see, oh well, does it? That should show up. Anyway, these are very loud whistles. Yes, I am quite aware that this also has a whistle in it. This is just not very reliable. So yeah, titanium whistles, they weigh next to nothing. Then, simple big lighter. This is a pill bottle for paracetamol, basic painkiller. Doesn't contain that. It contains finger band-aids. As far as I can tell, these are not really a thing in the US or Britain. It's a simple band-aid with a very long strip of adhesive material on one side and a normal one on the other. The benefit of this is you can just put this little tab on and then just wrap the rest of it around your finger. So if you get cuts on your knuckle, you can really wrap it around there and it's not gonna, the bandage is gonna stay on. If you got cuts on other places, what I usually end up doing is cutting this length off about this much, putting the band-aid on as normal and crossing the extra strip of adhesive on the other way. That means that these band-aids, if you're using them on your hands and stuff, they really don't move. They stay where they are, which is something that with normal band-aids that don't have this long finger strip, extra strip of adhesive on them, they tend to do that, especially if you use it on your hands. And this is just a simple waterproof container. Then Leatherman with the diamond file, normal file, supposedly metal cutting blade, but it probably isn't. Not gonna use it for that. There is this, it's an Irwin metal cutting jigsaw blade. There are many different varieties of these blades available. And the blade that's in here right now is this. Oop, that's not supposed to happen. Might it? No. Ah, yes. Oop. As you can see. Anyway, the Leatherman, it's not perfect, but it will do the job. This, by the way, the Leatherman is, to be honest, it's a bit too big and heavy, and of course expensive, but you have a replaceable saw blade, you have a straight knife, you have a serrated knife, and then you have also scissors that actually work. Most of these multi-tools or Swiss Army knife type deals, the Swiss Army scissors, they work. The Leatherman scissors, they work. If you get cheaper multi-tools, they usually don't work. Which, to me, why the hell do you even put them on there then? Anyway. Then what's in here on this side, you have semi-useful things. I mean, 2 sizes of screwdriver and scratching old thing needles, supposedly. On the other side, one of the other more useful things is this. This is simple tool screwdriver bits. Now, yes, this is a proprietary format, but if you take normal screwdriver bits and you ground them flat, you can make them to fit in here and they will still work. Can opener, bottle cap lifter, etc. Needle nose pliers with a replaceable cutting blades. Those are the things that wear, so it's good that they are replaceable. Then a 3-mode two AAA battery flashlight, Nikkor again. This is the MT06MD. Whatever. And then a brass pen, ballpoint, El Cheapo Chinesium, but it works quite well and it is surprisingly well machined. And then a simple battery bank and charging cable for the smartphone. Nope, that's not going to go back in quickly and easily. Something else I may not have mentioned, or you might want to be interested in, to put this mess back on the table and take off the belts. The way that this Swiss Army knife is held on there is again with one of these plastic clips, so I can take it off. But it still is attached to me, so I'm not gonna lose it. Oh, and by the way, this is custom made lanyard by myself. The white cord is also glow in the dark. Now the way that these things are held onto the belt is like this. My fingers is the belt, the button is on this side. It's quite simply looped on there. If I want to remove it, I can pull the button, the knot, and then undo the loop. That is quite handy. When it comes to the keys, just basically a knot for climbing carabiner with a simple loop that goes onto the belt. This means that if I need any sort of specific key, I can just unclip it, and when I don't need it anymore, just clip it back on. That's quite handy. This is the light, so again, glow in the dark cordage. The UV light has green cord because if I turn this on, this is actually, well, it's not glow in the dark, but it does light up in UV light. And then of course the fire has the orange cord. And that is all that hang on. I was going to say that is all what I carry. But also 24-hour watch. And this is the Svalbard Antica AA21B. You can get these on Etsy, I believe, or that's where I got it. If you're wondering just what this watch actually is, this is a Chinese assembled watch. There are a lot of these manufacturers nowadays. What they do is they take a bunch of standard parts that are on the market, put them together, market them under their own brand name. And the reason why I got this one is because this is the cheapest 24-hour watch that is available. Well, at least when I bought it, assuming that you're not buying something from the something second-hand from the Soviet Union. The Raketa watches are quite nice, it's just I wanted something brand new. And then also around my neck, a Sunto clipper, another titanium whistle, and one of these Swiss card Victorinox scissors that actually work really well. I have modified this a little bit. Let's see, yeah. This edge here, when you get it new, is a 90-degree edge, sort of. I rounded it off on the inside so that it's a bit more comfortable to use. Also, these Sunto clippers, that's as far as I know at least, those are the only small button compass-like things, or compasses, that actually work. Now, yes, these scissors are made out of ferrous metal, so as you can see, this does affect it. So if I want to use this, don't hold it here. Other than that, it's quite nice. This is the cord that came with the whistle. It has a little bit of reflective material in it. Always nice. And, well, that is actually it. Right. Oh, barely almost